Well, I think, don't pick your nose now. We're on. Well, I'm here with Mike Havistraw, and Mike would like to tell a little story. It's February of 2003.
Well, it all started with these shed antlers found spring of 2002. My father-in-law found one out working his fields, and me and a couple buddies went out and searched for the other side, and we were fortunate enough to find it. We had a match set, Boone and Crockett class buck in North Dakota here, quite rare. Beautiful set, no chews, they're in nice shape. Typical 5x5 in the 170s. So we worked on the area, put a tracker camera up, and we're fortunate enough to get a picture this past fall of this buck. Quite a nocturnal buck, I would suspect, because nobody's seen much of him. And along come the muzzleloader season, and he had a doe drag him out of the woodworks, and this is the end result. 181 gross whitetail. Not saying where, but North Dakota.
Yeah, Mike, with his cam tracker motion camera, was able to get a picture of this a few days before he harvested it. And so the sheds told us that a year before, the shed told us a deer was in the area. He lived. Cam tracker found it for us, for Mike, and Mike was patient enough. Took his time, and he probably got one of the largest black powder deer shot in North Dakota, sitting right here. Yeah, there's the deer. You look at the markings, you can kind of interesting to see here. A deer will get these little ridges on it, on the deal, then later on this is what they turn into be. So when you start looking at the stuff, you start studying the horns, you can see what they're going to develop in later. Here, a little drop tang coming off, you can just see the start of it there. This year it had one here, so you know that if this would have lived another year, we would have had a drop tang coming off of here. So it's really fun to look at the horns and predict what they're going to do next year, but it's a treat and a half. And we do have pictures of this deer when it's alive.
Yep, the cam tracker come through.
So it's 2003. It's shed time. We've been out shed hunting. Well, we go over in North Dakota, somewhat close to the same area. We have a 4-pointer that we got on our motion camera. Well, we found the one side of it here about a couple days ago. So we're hoping to find the other one that'll match this thing. Now, it's not quite as big as this set of sheds were. There's a different shape, a little different, but this is a set of sheds that scores about 62. Guessing the width of this deer, 62 and 62. The other side, the left side's a little bit bigger than this side. And like I said, we do have motion picture cameras of this deer. It's going to have the 5th point coming out here next year. Hopefully we can find the other side, but this is a 124. The two together be 124. It's going to have a nice width to it. So at 18-inch width, we're into the 140s. And I think this would be a 140 deer net this year. Good color on it. Well, anyway, this is our one of our first nicer sheds to find. We'll find the other one. We know where this deer lives. We're going to have another story just like that story to tell. It may not be quite as large, but it's going to be the same story to tell.
No doubt. No doubt, Dennis.
So, you start with your bow hunting, you got your gun hunting, you got your muzzleloader, but shed hunting. The time we spend shed hunting now is some of the greatest times we can have right now, and working for next year.
That's right.
Well, we should go on TV.